Welcome to Richland Center High School, home of the Richland Center Hornets for WIAA sectional semifinal action. Tonight we'll have the number one Royal Panthers. They will be the home team on your scoreboard with a 20-win, 7-loss record versus the Hillsboro Tigers, the number 2 seed in the sectional with a 21-6 record on the year. Two very evenly matched teams will battle tonight for their team's chance to continue chasing their dream for another game. Both teams very familiar with each other as Hillsboro defeated Royall back on January 19th by a score of 53-38. Royall then beat Hillsboro in the final game of the regular season, 74-68. Now we find ourselves in Richland Center, the Hornets' nest, if you will, as Hillsboro and Royall will square off in a rubber match where a winner will move on and the loser will go home for the season. Leading Hillsboro in scoring, Isaiah Stokes with 16 points per game, Noah Burmester with 12 points per game, and Talon Hildreth adding 10 points per game. Leading the Royal offense is Carter Uppana with 13 points per game, Brady Uppana with 12 points per game, and Tyrus Wiles with 7 points per game. The winner will move on to play tomorrow, tentatively set at Wisconsin Dells at 5 p.m. tomorrow evening, versus the winner of the Wazeeka-Steuben or Potosi game, which is in progress right now. I do not have an update on the game. Hopefully we will have a winner by the conclusion of this one. Everybody will know who's playing who tomorrow evening. Stay tuned for our national anthem and starting lineups coming up next. So there you have it. Our starting lineup. Hillsboro again, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Royal would be the home team. For the Hillsboro Tigers, Ben Copeman, Isaiah Stokes, Talon Hildreth, Noah Burmester, and Russell Jackson. For the Royal Panthers, they'll be starting Bryce Olson, Tucker Wiles, Carter Uppana, Gabe Keenan, and Brady Uppana. Carter Uppana and Russell Jackson set to tip and get this sectional semifinal game underway. And with the referee's whistle and toss, and we're off. Royal will control the tip. Olson with the ball. Bryce Olson in the front court. We get it to Keenan, Gabe Keenan. And now to Brady Uppana, Carter Uppana rather. Down low to Tucker Wiles. Works his way inside. Doesn't get to go. Gets the own rebound up the left side. And Tucker Wiles on the board first. And Talon Hildreth will now bring the Tigers up the floor and set the Tiger offense. Come near side to Noah Burmester. Burmester working the front court. Kicks it back out Copeman, and now back to Hildreth. Hildreth with the ball. In free throw line to Burmester. Burmester in the front court near side to Copeman. Copeman, free throw line. He'll take it cross court. Noah Burmester. Burmester resets the offense. Gets it to Hildreth. Hildreth, near side wing. Hildreth drives down right side, brings the ball back out. Now back out front to Burmester and to Copeman. Copeman driving down inside the lane. Now Hildreth to Burmester on the near wing. Burmester back to Hildreth. Hillsboro being patient, looking for that good shot. Copeman drives down the lane and is going to get caught and tied up by Brady Uppana. Be a jump ball. Possession arrow, Hillsboro. Hillsboro will retain the ball by the possession arrow. Noah Burmester near baseline to inbound the ball. Burmester will get it into Jackson. Jackson to Copeman. Copeman on the far side of the court. Copeman pulls up. Long two-point shot on the way off the back of the iron. Rebound by Uppana. They'll kick it out to Bryce Olson. Now Gabe Keenan for three from the wing. And he comes up well short. Stokes will bring the ball down off the twine and bring it up the court. Stokes working in the lane. You'll find Jackson on the right side. Now Burmester for three. That's going to go off the back of the iron. Rebound, Brady Uppana, and he's fouled. Our first foul of the night. I believe it's going to go on Russell Jackson. His first team foul, first personal foul on Jackson. Carter Uppana brings the ball up, gets it to Wiles, and now over to Bryce Olson. Back to Wiles, front court, now Keenan. Keenan to Uppana, Carter Uppana. And now Brady Uppana, cross court to Carter Uppana. He'll drive up the left side and in. And now Ben Copeman will bring the ball up, set the Hillsboro offense. Copeman to the near side. Kick it back out to Hildreth, and now Burmester. Burmester drives down left side. He'll skip it across to Copeman. Three-point shot from the corner off the front of the iron. Rebound Russell Jackson. Jackson gets a shot blocked, and he's going to call a foul, I believe, on Tucker Wiles. He's going to send Jackson to the free throw line. Hillsboro, a 59% shooting team from the free throw line. Oh, Jackson of the line to shoot two. He's a 42% free throw shooter on the year. And Jackson a 1 for 1 tonight. He gets Hillsboro on the board. And Jackson will make them both. Breaks the ice for the Tigers. And up the floor is going to come Brady Uppana with the ball. To Carter Uppana. Back to Gabe Keenan. Keenan driving right side. He'll go up off the glass and is fouled. Gabe Keenan to the line now to shoot 2 free throws for Royall. Royall on the year's a 61% shooting as a team. Keenan 54% from the free throw line as an individual. Hillsboro foul on Russell Jackson, his second team foul, and Keenan's going to roll it around the rim and out. Greg Hora will quickly check in for Jackson as he'll check out with 2 fouls. And Keenan will line up for his second free throw. And Keenan will sink his second one. Stokes will inbound to Burmaster. Burmaster takes the ball up the far side of the court, working the left side. Brings it near side to Hildreth, and now to Koopman. Koopman driving into the lane. He'll try to get it to Hora. Scramble on the floor for the ball. Loose ball yet. Comes up to Brady Uppana. The outlet to Brady will bring it up himself. Now to Carter Uppana on the near side. Back out front to Bryce Olson. Now into Gabe Keenan. Keenan driving right side. Up. Takes a shot. Doesn't go. Rebound Greg Hora. Hora will outlet to Stokes. And Stokes up the floor quickly for the Tigers. Stokes driving up right side. Pops up. 4-foot jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound Carter Uppana. He'll quickly up the floor to Tucker Wiles. He'll leave it for Brady Uppana. Back to Wiles. And now Carter Uppana, Bryce Olson, and Wiles. Tucker Wiles underneath, working against Hora. And they're going to call Hora for a foul, I think. We'll see who the official call is. Foul is on Greg Hora, his first personal, team's third. Bryce Olson inbound for the Panthers. He'll dump it into Gabe Keenan. Keenan working on the left side, looking for help. He'll work his way around and in. And Talon Hildreth will bring the ball up the floor for the Tigers, work it to the far side. Hildreth comes near side to Koopman. Koopman working his way into the lane. 6-foot jumper around the rim and in. Ben Koopman on the board for the Tigers. Puts it to a 2-possession game as Carter Uppana to Tucker Wiles. Wiles with the ball on the near wing. He'll kick it out to Bryce Olson. Olson with the ball front court now to Keenan. Gabe Keenan with the ball for the Panthers. And now to Brady Uppana to Keenan. Keenan to Uppana. Works the ball in, loses a handle temporarily and out of bounds. It'll be Hillsboro's ball. So a turnover on Brady Uppana. Checking into the game for Gabe Keenan is Tyrus Wiles. Noah Burmaster, far baseline, to inbound for the Tigers. He'll dump it into Hildreth. Royall showing full court man-to-man pressure. Hildreth will bring the ball into play and set the Hillsboro offense. Hildreth comes near side to Ben Koopman. Koopman with the ball, now back out to Hildreth. Hildreth will reset the offense. Takes it out to Stokes. Stokes driving down left side. He'll pop up. 8-foot jump shot doesn't go. Rebound Ty Wiles. And Tyrus will bring the ball up the floor and now to Brady Uppana. Uppana back out front to Wiles. Back to Uppana. Inside to Tucker Wiles. Bryce Olson for 3, and he'll drop this bomb on the Tigers. And Hildreth now to Burmaster on the far side. Burmaster working near side to Koopman. And now Hildreth. Hildreth with the ball. Hildreth to Burmaster to Koopman. Koopman works down the left side. Tries to get it to Hora. Hora flags it down. Gets to Burmaster back up front. Hildreth. And now Stokes on the far side with the ball. Koopman near the free throw line. Back outside to Hildreth. A long 3 on the way off the front of the rim. Rebound Brady Uppana. He'll bring it to Ty Wiles. He'll pop a 3 off the back of the iron. Rebound Stokes. And Isaiah will bring the ball up and set the Hillsboro offense. He'll push it up the floor to Ben Koopman. Koopman. And they're going to say that Brady Uppana carried the ball out of bounds. after the steal, so it'll be a turnover back to Hillsboro. Noah Burmaster to inbound the ball. Near baseline for the Tigers. He'll get it to Ben Copeman. Copeman lost the ball off his own ankle. Bryce Olson picks it up, goes coast to coast, and is fouled by Callan Hildreth. Hildreth will pick up his first personal, team's fourth team foul. And Bryce Olson to the line for Royall to shoot 2 free throws. Olson on the year is a 71% free throw shooter, one of the better free throw shooters for the Royal Panthers. And Olson will make the first one. And checking into the game for the Panthers, Jacob Dragon. Check in for Tucker Wiles. And Olson missed a second free throw. Rebound by Stokes. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Jordan Holt of the Hillsboro Tigers. As Hillsboro finds themselves down by 3 possessions, down 11-4. So not a whole lot going right for the Tigers on the offensive side of the ball. Royall making the best out of the opportunities they've been presented. We come back after the Hillsboro timeout. Miles Ravenscroft in the game. He'll be inbounding the ball, far baseline for Hillsboro. He'll dump it into Isaiah Stokes. Parker Scala also into the game for the Tigers. Stokes brings the ball up, comes near side to Scala. Scala back out front to Hildreth. Hildreth sets the Hillsboro offense, brings it to Stokes, now Scala. Scala on the near side. Scala skipped the ball across to Ravenscroft, up the left side, doesn't go. Rebound Carter Uppina. Ravenscroft with a good look, couldn't get the ball to fall. Now Brady Uppina, far side to Dragon. Stokes is going to run down, or rather, Scala runs down the loose ball, will outlet to Stokes. Now back to Scala up the floor. Scala drives inside the lane, tries to, they're going to, Scala's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Royall foul, only their second team foul, is on Ty Wiles. Scala, not a stellar free throw shooter on the year. Scala is as he makes the first one, 54% free throw shooter. Scala with a big 12-point game last Saturday night in that regional final game. And Scala will make them both to bring Hillsboro a bit closer. And Carter Uppina with the ball will bring the ball up and now to Ty Wiles. Gets it knocked away from him. Wiles picks it up, brings it to Olson. Olson back to Wiles. And now Carter Uppina. Uppina with a charge. The offensive charging call on Carter Uppina. That'll be the third team foul on Royall. I believe Uppina's first personal foul. Miles Ravenscroft near side. He'll get the ball into Scala. Scala quickly up the far side. He stops. I don't know why he stopped. He should have just kept driving. Stokes to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft with the ball. Gets to the top of the key and now cross court. Scala with the ball in the far corner. And we're going to have a blocking foul. I believe that's going to be on Ty Wiles also. That'll be his second personal. Team's fourth. Greg Horrid inbound the ball for the Tigers on the near baseline. And now Gabe Keenan will check back in for Wiles. He checks out with 2 quick fouls. Miles Ravenscroft inbound the ball for the Tigers. He'll get it to Scala. Scala working the ball down on the baseline. He'll kick it back out to Hildreth. Hildreth brings the ball back out front. You'll find Miles Ravenscroft on the near wing. Miles Ravenscroft to the Stokes in the corner. A long three-point shot for Isaiah Stokes. And gets Hillsboro right back in it, only down by 2 now, as Jacob Dragon with the ball in the near side. And they'll get it into Keenan. He's been trouble for the Tigers underneath tonight. Up the floor comes Hildreth with the ball. He'll come near side to Parker Scala. Scala will leave it for Stokes. Stokes out the front court with the ball. They're going to have a travel foul. Stokes got tangled up with Scala and dancing around with 2 guys with hands on the ball. It'll be a turnover violation. Traveling, they call that, is give them both the suitcase, I guess. Carter Uppana, he'll go Tucker Wiles now back in the game. I believe Seth Brando in the game now also. Brando in the corner. Brando back out, Tucker Wiles. Now Carter Uppana, Gabe Keenan. Keenan drives down baseline, turnaround jump shot. They got to find an answer for Gabe Keenan and find it fast. Up the floor comes Talon Hildreth. Hildreth to the free throw line. Now back out to Scala. Scala drives down, and we're going to have a charging foul, offensive foul on Parker Scala. 5 team fouls now in Hillsboro. First personal on Parker. And checking in the game, Bryce Olson will come in for Brady Uppana. Carter Uppana will inbound to Olson. Olson will bring the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Carter Uppana near side, Tucker Wiles. Wiles to Olson. Olson, Carter Uppana, now Gabe Keenan. Inside to Tucker Wiles, up the right side and in. Tucker Wiles taking Greg Hoare to school on that one. And now Isaiah Stokes, trouble finding the handle on the ball. He'll come up with it, get it to Miles Ravenscroft near side. Ravenscroft pops up, 12-foot jump shot. Miles Ravenscroft will drop it in for his first deuce of the night. Brings Hillsboro within 2 possessions. There's Bryce Olson with the ball now for Royall. We'll get it out front, Carter Uppana. Uppana to Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles to Bryce Olson. Olson to Tucker Wiles. Back out to Olson, and now Jacob Sisek in the game with the ball. Now Tucker Wiles with a missed shot. Rebound Parker Scala, and Scala will bring the ball up the floor. The outlet to Hildreth up in the front court. Hildreth to Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft will bring the ball back out, reset the Hillsboro offense. Skip the ball across to Talon Hildreth. And out of Stokes. Stokes driving down middle of the lane. Jump stop, turn around, 8-foot jumper, and he rolls it in. And up the floor comes Carter Uppana and the Panthers. And over to Gabe Keenan. Keenan with the ball. Now comes near side Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles to Carter Uppana. And now to Sisek. Ball stolen by Parker Scala. Scala against the world, up the left side and in. Parker Scala, coast to coast. And they're going to wave the shot off on Tucker Wiles. Say a blocking foul against Hillsboro, which saves the basket. Actually, they're going to call it against Royall. So Royall foul on number 40, Gabe Keenan. His first personal, team's 5th. Checking into the game for the Tigers is Russell Jackson back into the game. Noah Burmester back into the game. And Tyler Ravenscroft now in the game. So we got Ravenscroft squared on the floor as Tyler brings the ball up the floor. Hillsboro only down by 2. Hillsboro has never led in the game. Ravenscroft to Ravenscroft. Miles with the ball. He'll kick the ball to Jackson. Jackson down, brings the ball off the block and out onto the wing, looking for somewhere to go. Stokes is going to get fouled by Brady Uppana. That'll be Brady's first personal foul, I believe. The 6th team foul on Royall, which will put Hillsboro in the bonus on the next foul. Noah Burmaster to inbound the ball near baseline for the Tigers. He'll get it into Ty Ravenscroft, out to Miles Ravenscroft, and now far side to Noah Burmaster. Burmaster working the ball in, free throw line, back out Ty to Miles. Miles Ravenscroft driving in now, cross court to Ty Ravenscroft, back to Miles Ravenscroft. Find Russell Jackson out underneath. Jackson, he's not even looking at the bucket. And to Burmaster. Burmaster to Ty Ravenscroft, and now Miles Ravenscroft. Miles Ravenscroft drives down, 14-footer on the way, off the glass and in. And we're all tied up for the first time since it's been 0-0. Brady up and up, comes near side. Tucker Wiles, now Bryce Olson. Olson to side set. Sees it. To Tucker Wiles. Turning, spinning up the left side and in. Tucker Wiles has some moves of his own. Hillsboro completely fooled underneath. When Royall regains their 2-point lead, Miles Ravenscroft up the floor, goes cross court to brother Ty Ravenscroft. And now Noah Burmaster working the far wing back to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes working up left side, jumps up, throws it up. And Stokes is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Isaiah on the year is a 62% free throw shooter. Royall foul, their 7th team foul, is on Tucker Wiles, his 2nd personal of the game. And Stokes' first free throw on the way. And it rolls off the rim. Checking into the game is Carter Uppana. He'll come in for Jacob Cisick. Stokes' 2nd free throw on the way, and he'll make that one. Cuts the Royall lead down to 1. As Uppana brothers will play catch and inbound the ball, and Brady Uppana will work the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Go far side to Tucker Wiles on the far wing. Wiles down to Gabe Keenan. Keenan spinning, turning, gets underneath, loses the handle on the ball. Brady Uppana comes up with it. Now he's going to double dribble. It was not called. And Hillsboro will make a good defensive play to stop the bucket. But everybody in the gymnasium except the 3 referees saw a double dribble. So apparently something happened that nobody else saw. Olson inbound the ball. Now to Carter Uppana. Olson with a 3-point shot from the wing and nothing but the bottom of the net for Bryce Olson. Up the floor comes Miles Ravenscroft, the Tigers. Ravenscroft up the near side. He'll leave the ball for Burmaster. Burmaster near the free throw line, just inside the lane, back out to Ravenscroft. Miles Ravenscroft weaves his way around, finds Noah Burmaster, who'll rattle home the 3. That's his first basket of the night. And Hillsboro back within 1. Tucker Wiles on the near wing. He'll find Brady up and another, Carter up and another, back to Bryce Olson. Olson to Tucker Wiles, now to Brady Uppana. And an offensive foul away from the ball. I think they're going to hang it on Carter Uppana. That'll be the 8th team foul on Royall. The official call is going to be on Gabe Keenan. And that's Gabe's 2nd offensive foul of the night, as he'll check back out and Ty Wiles back in the game for Keenan. Miles Ravenscroft with the ball. He'll work it up against Brady Uppana into the front court, now near side to Noah Burmaster. Burmaster at the top of the key. He'll get Talon Hildreth. Hildreth working the far side, down near the free throw line, looking for some help. He'll find Miles Ravenscroft, 3 from the wing, off the back of the iron. And rebound Brady Uppana. Uppana brings the ball up far side to Bryce Olson. He'll dump it into Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles out to Brady Uppana. Now Carter Uppana with the ball. Carter Uppana, Bryce Olson. And now driving The three-point shot by Olson doesn't go. Tucker Wiles gets a rebound. Kicks it back out to Uppana. Now Wiles with the ball. And he'll kick it out to Tyrus Wiles. Now Carter up and out Wiles. And Brady up and up for three. And Brady up and out will launch a three of his own. His first basket of the night. Increase the Royal lead to 4. And Stokes now with the ball. He'll find Ravenscroft down low on the near side and back to Stokes. Stokes near the free throw line, into the lane. 8-foot jumper. They say it was blocked. Scala picks it up, and now it's stolen by Bryce Olson away from Scala. And Brady Uppana, and a timeout a full timeout called by Coach Scott Uppana and the Royal Panthers. With 2:21 left to play here in the first half. Royal 25, Hillsboro 21. So with the electricity in the air here in Richland Center, Wisconsin, we expected a close game tonight. Two evenly matched teams. Hillsboro has never led. They've been tied twice, 0-0 and 17 apiece. Otherwise, Hillsboro's trailed most of the first half. Currently find themselves down by 4 as Brady Uppana works his way to the near side to inbound the ball for the Panthers after the timeout. On the floor for the Tigers, Ty Ravenscroft, Talon Hildreth, Noah Burmester, Parker Scala, and Isaiah Stokes. Uppana inbound the ball to Bryce Olson. Olson to Brady Uppana. Uppana to Ty Wiles, or Tucker Wiles, takes it off the back of the iron. Rebound Bryce Olson. He's going to be fouled by Noah Burmester. Bryce Olson, arguably the best free throw shooter on the floor, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hillsboro pick up their 6th team foul. Burmester's first personal. And Olson will miss the first free throw. Checking into the game, Ben Copeman into the game for Noah Burmester. Jacob Dragon is going to come into the game for Tucker Wiles. Olson will line up for his second free throw. And he'll miss both free throws. Rebound Ben Copeman. He'll outlet to Hildreth. And Hildreth will move the ball up the floor for the Tigers. From top of the key to Stokes, now near side to Copeman. Copeman will skip the ball across to Tyler Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft out in the front court, work the ball down the far side. Ravenscroft back out front to Hildreth. Hildreth works the ball to the near side, now centers it in near the free throw line. Scala for 3 from the wing, well short. Rebound Ty Wiles. He'll push it down to Dragon, back to Wiles. Brady Uppana, Carter Uppana, and now Olson back to Dragon. Uppana to Uppana, Brady with the ball. And now Dragon will drive it in, lose it. Ty Wiles with a short little 6-foot jumper. When Parker Scala to work the ball up the floor, gets it to Tyler Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft driving in, back out to Scala. Final minute of play of the first half. Ben Copeman will track down the loose ball. Hillsboro getting sloppy with their passes. Isaiah Stokes now drives the left side. Up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Ty Wiles. Wiles will bring the ball up the floor. You'll find Carter Uppana. Uppana to Brady Uppana. As Royals working for the last shot, they held up one finger. They also have the possession to start the second half. So a big possession here with a 6-point lead. Ty Wiles with the ball. He'll get it to Olson. Olson back out to Ty Wiles. Now Brady Uppana as he checks the clock. Carter up and low at the ball. Now they'll work it into Brady up and up. Loses the handle on it. Finds Dragon underneath and he'll score. And Hillsboro is not even going to get a shot off. And Royall will go to the locker room leading Hillsboro. Royall 29, Hillsboro 21. Unofficial scoring for the Hillsboro Tigers. They're being led by Isaiah Stokes, 6 points. Parker Scala with 4, Miles Ravenscroft 4, Noah Burmester 2, Noah Burmester 3, Ben Copeman 2, and Russell Jackson with 2 for a total of 21 points. For the Royal Panthers, Bryce Olson with 7, and Gabe Keenan with 7, Tucker Wiles with 6, Brady Uppana with 3, Carter Uppana 2, Jacob Dragon 2, and Ty Wiles with 2 for a total of 29. So both teams in the locker room. Hillsboro will have to regroup, find themselves down 8 at halftime. And I'm going to take a break and step away from the microphone. We'll be back in about 9 minutes with second half action. So as the teams emerge from the locker room after making their halftime adjustments, Hillsboro finds themselves down by 8, trailing the Royal Panthers 29, Hillsboro 21. Unofficial scoring in the first half for the Hillsboro Tigers. They're being led by Isaiah Stokes, 6 points. Parker Sculla with 4, Miles Ravenscroft with 4, Noah Burmaster with 3, Ben Coatman 2, and Russell Jackson with 2 for the Tigers for a total of 21. For the Royal Panthers, they're being led by Bryce Olson with 7, Gabe Keenan with 7, Tucker Wiles with 6, Ty Wiles, Jacob Dragon, Carter Uppana with 2 apiece. I missed Brady Uppana. He had a 3-pointer for 3 points for a total of 29. So both teams with their adjustment. The winner of this game will play Wazeeka Steuben, who earlier this evening defeated Potosi by a score of Wazeeka Steuben 84, Potosi 54. So Wazeeka Steuben, a 30-point winner. Rumor has it that one of the players for Wazeeka Steuben had 50 points in that game. So a show in itself by an individual player for Wazeeka Steuben. They will be on their way to Wisconsin Dells. Start time on that game tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. The winner of this game will meet Wazeeka Steuben in Wisconsin Dells. Royall will have the ball to start the second half. And Hillsboro will have to try to find some quick defenses. They've pretty much physically been manhandled. And Hillsboro will either have to go with a bigger lineup or start making some baskets in order to climb back into this one. 8 points may not seem like a lot, 3 possessions, but that being said, it's points have been hard to come by for the Tigers so far tonight. So out on the floor for the Tigers, Isaiah Stokes, Talon Hildreth, Noah Burmaster, Ben Coatman, and Russell Jackson. Royall has not broke their huddle yet. I can only assume it'll be Bryce Olson, Tucker Wiles, Carter Uppana, Gabe Keenan, and Brady Uppana. Brady Uppana will come to the near side to inbound the ball. Hillsboro showing somewhat man-to-man pressure to start off here in the second half. Inbound pass to Bryce Olson. Olson back to Brady Uppana. Uppana near side to Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles back out front to Carter Uppana, now Tucker Wiles. Wiles going to throw it underneath to Gabe Keenan. And Keenan will be fouled, and Keenan's going to go to the free throw line. Keenan on the year is a 54% free throw shooter. That Hillsboro foul on Russell Jackson as he picks up his 3rd personal foul of the game. That's the team's first team foul. And Gabe Keenan gets a roll. Everything going the Royal Panther way right now is Keenan now sitting with 8 points to lead the team. He lines up for his 2nd free throw. And that one off the back, the iron rebound, Isaiah Stokes. And Stokes will work the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Stokes to Talon Hildreth. Hildreth to Ben Coatman. Coatman on the near wing with the ball. Coatman to Jackson, far side to Talon Hildreth. Hildreth back out to Noah Burmaster, a fadeaway jump, and he nails a 3, tried to draw the foul, but Noah Burmaster, with a miraculous effort, gets to 3 points to cut into that Royall lead. And now Olson to Tucker Wiles, Carter Uppana, Brady Uppana with a 3, doesn't go, rebound, and Tucker Wiles there to clean up Hillsboro's garbage as Hildreth and Jackson got tied up. Wiles ends up with easy points, and Noah Burmaster will work the ball now down the left side. Out front to Hildreth. Hildreth to Copeman. Copeman steps back. 3-point shot on the way off the back of the iron. Rebound, Carter up and up. He'll outlet to Brady up and up. They're up court and out of bounds. The ball will stay with the Royal. And Brady up and up. Carter up and up. Carter up and steps up. 20-foot 3-point shot on the way off the back of the iron. Rebound by Brady up and up. Doesn't go. Rebound Ben Copeman. Hillsboro just getting manhandled underneath and on the boards. Copeman up the floor to Stokes. Stokes loses the ball. Dive on the ground for it. And we're going to have a kicking the ball. The ball will stay with Hillsboro. Greg Hoare is going to check into the game for Russell Jackson, who will exit with 3 personal fouls. Noah Burmaster to inbound the ball near baseline for the Tigers. Burmaster out in the front court to Hildreth. Hildreth with the ball. Works down the near side. You kick it out. Burmaster. 3-point shot from the corner off the front of the rim. Rebound, Tucker Wiles. Outlet Brady up and to Carter up and up. And up and it gets it blocked by Greg Hoare. Copeman with the ball quickly up the floor for the Tigers. And he'll dump it into Hoare. Hoare skips it across. Copeman misses it. Stokes gets it. 10-foot jumper on the way. Doesn't go. Rebound, Tucker Wiles. Outlet to Brady up and up. And to Carter up and up. Gabe Keenan. Keenan works his way in. Doesn't go. Rebound Greg Hoare. Outlet Talon Hildreth. Hildreth up the near side for the Tigers. Now centers the ball to Copeman and far side to Burmaster. Burmaster with the ball. And that'll be the 3rd foul on Gabe Keenan. As Royal picks up their first team foul of the second half. And Ty Wiles will check in for Keenan as he checks out with 3 fouls. Noah Burmaster will inbound to Talon Hildreth into the front court for Hillsboro. Hildreth inside the lane, looking for some help. He'll get it back out to Burmaster. Burmaster will reset the offense. Burmaster working down the right side. Caught in traffic, he'll skip it out to Stokes. Stokes now in traffic, back out to Copeman. Then Copeman comes down the near side, back to Hoare out front. Hoare skips it across court to Hildreth. Hildreth back out front to Stokes. Hillsboro getting a little bit sloppy with their passes again. And we're going to have a foul, a blocking foul called on, I believe, Carter up and up. Hillsboro will get the ball. That'll be the second team foul on Royal. Carter up in a second personal. And Noah Burmaster to inbound the ball for the Tigers. And now to Hildreth. The lead hasn't changed. Royal still by 8. Hildreth goes high off the glass and knocks to the floor. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So Talon Hildreth to the line. Talon on the year is a 70% free throw shooter. Foul on Brady Uppana, his second personal team's 3rd team foul. Hildreth will hit the back of the iron. And Talon is yet to find the scorer's column tonight. He'll look to break into that with his second free throw. And he'll hit the bottom of the net on that one. Talon on the board for the Tigers. Maybe they'll get something going. Hillsboro cuts the lead down to 7. Brady up and over with the ball. Goes to Bryce Olson. Olson back to Brady up and now Carter up and to Ty Wiles. We find Bryce Olson, Ty Wiles in the corner. Back out to Olson. Carter up and on the line. They're going to give him 3. I saw 3 fingers there. It doesn't go. Hildreth up the floor for the Tigers. And now to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes will... And that's the second time they've got caught on this handoff stuff. And they're going to say Tyrus Wiles, as he beats it off the bottom of the rim, is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Tyrus on the year is a 74% free throw shooter. First foul on Isaiah Stokes, Hillsboro's second team foul of the half. And Wiles' first free throw around the rim and out. Checking into the game for the Tigers is Miles Ravenscroft. He will check in for Noah Burmaster. And Wiles will salvage one of the two. Ty now has the 3 points on the night for the Panthers. Up the floor comes Talon Hildreth and the Tigers. Here go to Stokes. Stokes drives in. 8-foot jump shot on the way. In and out. Rebound Greg Hora. Right back up with it. Doesn't go. Rebound Carter Uppana. Outlet to Brady Uppana. And up the floor come the Panthers, and they'll set their offense. We go to Carter Uppana on the far side. Back out front, Bryce Olson. Olson to Brady Uppana. Now Ty Wiles. Greg Hora is going to get called for tugging on Tucker Wiles' whiskers. Hora's second personal foul, team's third team foul. Ty Wiles at inbound to Carter Uppana, and now Bryce Olson. Getting into Tucker Wiles, working against Hora. Up and over the top of Hora. Tucker Wiles now with 10 points on the night. Talon Hildreth now with the ball. He'll work his way into the front court. And now to Isaiah Stokes. Hildreth, long three on the way. A rainbow three for Hildreth, and he knocks it down. 4 points now for Talon. And Hillsboro cuts the lead back to 7 again. They're going to have to start diving in quicker than they are. And Tucker Wiles, just no answer for him as he gets his own offensive rebound, kicks it back out. And now Brady Uppana gives a little move back out to Ty Wiles for three, and Ty will knock down the 3-point for Royall. He's got 6 now on the night off the bench. And up the floor comes Miles Ravenscroft for the Tigers. Give it to Isaiah Stokes. Biggest lead of the night for Royall at 10. Miles Ravenscroft with the ball. And it's stolen. Bryce Olson will steal the Ravenscroft pass. You'll find Brady Uppana wide open underneath. Up and in to Brady Uppana. He's got 5 now on the night. Hillsboro timeout. A 30-second timeout called by the Tigers. Royall finds them up by their biggest margin of the night with 12:09 left to play in the game. Royall with a 12-point lead. Royall has led the entire game. We've been tied twice, 0-0 and 17-17. Other than that, Royall has led the entire way. Currently leading by 12 after leading by 8 at halftime. After the Hillsboro timeout, Ben Copeman back on the floor. Greg Hora, Miles Ravenscroft, Talon Hildreth, and Isaiah Stokes. Ravenscroft, Miles with the ball. He'll bring the ball up the floor working against Ty Wiles. Ravenscroft gets it knocked away by Carter Uppana. Loose ball on the floor, tracked down by Brady Uppana. And Royall just physically manhandling Hillsboro. Bryce Olson with the ball in the front court. Olson to Brady Uppana, Carter Uppana, to Brady Uppana. Bryce Olson to Wiles, now inside to Carter Uppana. Bryce Olson for three, and he'll knock it down. Hillsboro with no answers for anybody. Olson with 10 on the night. Royall with a 15-point margin. And Talon Hildreth with the ball. Hildreth steps back, gets it to Ben Copeman for three. And now Hillsboro simply playing catch-up, and they can't get rebounds. Isaiah Stokes will get called for fouling Ty Wiles. It'll be Hillsboro's fourth team foul, rather. Stokes' second personal foul. And checking into the game for Ben Copeman is Noah Burmaster. live and die by the three-pointer, and Hillsboro has not made very many of them tonight. Brady Uppena brings the ball up the floor. And now Tucker Wiles taking a rare three-point shot for Tucker. Is Royall getting very confident. Burmaster brings the ball up the floor. And Burmaster will lose the ball. Picked up by Brady Uppena, pushed up the floor by Bryce Olson. Up the right side, doesn't go. And Parker Sculla is going to get charged on fouling Brady Uppena on the rebound. And Brady thinks he's shooting free throws. That wasn't on a shot, it was on a rebound. But they're going to give him 2 shots. Sculla's second personal foul, team's 5th team foul. Brady Uppena will miss the first free throw. Brady on the year is a 65% free throw shooter. And we'll rattle it home. Brady now with 6 points on the night. And Hillsboro's going to take a full timeout called by Coach Jordan Polk. As Hillsboro finds themselves down by 16, Royall's biggest margin of the game. Once again, the winner of this game will play Wazeeka Steuben, who defeated Potosi earlier this evening, 84-54. That game will be played at 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. Late tomorrow afternoon. Originally scheduled at 1 o'clock, they moved the game to 5 o'clock. And Hillsboro, through the first 7+ minutes, has squandered everything they had. They are not playing confident. Royall extends their lead from 8 to 16. They double up on the Tigers. I thought 8 would be a lot to climb back from, and 16. Not counting Tigers out yet, but they're going to have to play a lot better defense, and they're going to have to get some shots to fall. Noah Burmaster inbound after the Tiger timeout. He'll get it into Hildreth. Hildreth will work the ball up the floor. Hildreth near side to Stokes. Stokes to Ravenscroft, Sculla, and now Hildreth. Hildreth drives down in, out to Sculla. Sculla with 3-pointer on the way off the front of the iron. Rebound Brady Uppena, and that's the story of Hillsboro all night. They've got no rebounding at all. Brady Uppena is going to drive in and get fouled, and he'll take a 65% free throw shooting average to the line once again. Hillsboro's 6th team foul. And Talon Hildreth will record his second personal foul on the night. Brady Uppena to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First shot will rattle home. Uppena now with 7 points on the night. Will line up for a second free throw. And the Royall lead is 18, and Brady Uppena has 8 of those points. Up the floor comes Noah Burmaster. He'll go to Isaiah Stokes on the far side. Stokes drives up the right side, is fouled, get the bucket to go, and the +1. So Isaiah Stokes with 8 points on the night will go to the free throw line. Isaiah, 61% free throw shooter on the year. Let's call it 62% free throw shooter on the year. Royall foul on 44, Brady Uppena, his 3rd personal foul, team's 4th. As Gabe Keenan checks back into the game. And Stokes will get 3 points the old-fashioned way. He's got 9 now on the night for the Tigers. And Ty Wiles will get it to Brady Uppena. Uppena will march the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Bryce Olson, now Wiles. Underneath to Carter, Uppena, and Carter will give it a home. Carter now at 4 points on the night. And Hildreth up the floor to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes driving down the left side, twisting, turning, off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound Parker Sculla. And Sculla is going to get fouled. That'll be the 5th team foul on Royall. They're going to hang the personal foul on, wait for the official call here, 32. That's Ty Wiles, his 3rd personal. Noah Burmester didn't bound the ball. He'll get it to Parker Scala. Scala driving into the middle of the lane, kicks out to Miles Ravenscroft. Miles Ravenscroft now middle of the lane, far side to Noah Burmester. Burmester to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes up underneath, and they're going to have a foul now. This is on Brady Uppena. That might be number 4 on Uppena. He's the 6th team foul on Royall. It is Brady Uppena's 4th personal foul, as they're going to try to get him substituted. Noah Burmester with a short 3. Gabe Keenan on the rebound. Like I said, Hillsboro has had no rebounding tonight. Carter Uppena with the ball out front. And now to Bryce Olson, and a timeout called by the Royall bench. And the timeout is to get Brady Uppena out of the game, and Tucker Wiles back into the game as Brady Uppena playing with 4 fouls. Not that it may matter. Royall with a 17-point lead. The last time out, Royall had a 16-point lead, so Royall continues to strengthen their margin. Biggest margin of the game has been a Royall 18-point lead. Back out onto the floor after the Royall timeout. Hillsboro puts out Talon Hildreth, Noah Burmester, Parker Scala, Miles Ravenscroft, and Isaiah Stokes. Ty Wiles inbound the ball to Carter Uppena. Carter brings the ball into play. Bryce Olson now with the ball. Olson near side to Ty Wiles. Wiles to Tucker Wiles. Bryce Olson back to Tucker Wiles. Now Gabe Keenan with the ball into the front court for the Panthers. And now Carter Uppena, and Royall's ready to kill clock and play the free throw game already, as both teams are into the bonus. And Hillsboro will pick up a steal. They'll get it to Noah Burmester, and now Isaiah Stokes. Stokes will drive down, twisting, turning, 8-foot jumper and in for Stokes. Stokes with 11 points on the night for the Tigers. And up the floor, Ty Wiles to Gabe Keenan. It's all Keenan. He dumps it in. And Keenan now 10 points on the night for the Panthers. As Noah Burmester will work the ball, and now to Hildreth. Hildreth will kick the ball out to Ravenscroft to Parker Scala driving left side, and Scala is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be on Tucker Wiles. Parker Scala to the line. Scala is a 54% free throw shooter on the year. He's 2 for 2 tonight. 7th team foul on the Panthers. 3rd personal on Tucker Wiles. And Scala will take one off the back of the iron. As he'll line up for his second free throw and try to cut the lead back to 16. Just under 8 minutes to play. Scala's free throw on the way, rattles around the rim. Rebound, Carter Uppena. And he'll get the ball to Gabe Keenan, back to Carter Uppena, and now Bryce Olson. Olson with the ball out front. We get it to Keenan. Keenan pulls up, gets it Tucker Wiles, and now shuffles it to Bryce Olson. Olson to Ty Wiles. Wiles working the ball in, twisting, turning, up, and gets fouled on a shot. Ty Wiles will go to the line for Royall to shoot 2 free throws. Ty Wiles on the year is a 74% free throw shooter. Hillsboro foul on Talon Hildreth, his third personal. 7th team foul. Ty Wiles makes the first one. Ty has 7 points tonight. And Wiles will miss the second one. Rebound, Talon Hildreth. Hildreth will push the ball quickly up the floor. And he'll throw up a three from long range. Doesn't go. Rebound, Noah Burmaster. Burmaster quickly back behind the arc. He's going to launch a three. And Hillsboro trying to play catch up. I'm afraid doing this is just going to get Hillsboro farther behind. Carter up the floor. Now to Ty Wiles. Wiles, Carter up and inside to Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles at the move inside, doesn't go. Rebound, Noah Burmaster. Up the floor to Parker Scala, and now Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft cross court to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes steps back, takes a three. Isaiah Stokes knocks it down. The one bright spot for the Tigers. Stokes is 14 now on the night. Cuts the lead to 15. That's the lowest it's been in 3 minutes. Bryce Olson now with the ball. He'll get it to Carter Uppana inside to Tucker Wiles. Back out to Olson inside to Wiles. Wiles works up the left side and in. Tucker Wiles now 12 points for the Panthers. And Hildreth to Scala. Scala with a little move, doesn't go. Rebound Ty Wiles, outlet Carter Uppana. And Uppana will march the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Near side to Ty Wiles. Ball stolen, Noah Burmaster. And the Tigers on the move again. They bring the ball up the floor. Ball stolen now by Bryce Olson. The outlet to Carter Uppana. And Uppana to Bryce Olson. Olson up the floor and is blocked by Isaiah Stokes. Loose ball picked up by Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft to the races, backs off. Long three on the way. And about 3 feet short on the three-point shot. Into the game for Hillsboro, Ty Ravenscroft and Russell Jackson, as I believe Hillsboro takes a 30-second timeout here to regroup as they find themselves down by 17 with 5.5 left to play. After the timeout on the floor for Hillsboro, Jackson, Ty Ravenscroft, Isaiah Stokes, Noah Burmaster, and Talon Hildreth. Brady Uppana, Carter Uppana, Gabe Keenan, Tucker Wiles, and Ty Wiles on the floor for the Panthers. Carter Uppana with the ball. He'll dump it to Brady Uppana, and Uppana marches the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Ty Wiles right. Wide open underneath to Tucker Wiles. 14 on the night for Tucker. And Hildreth out to Ty Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes to Burmaster. Burmaster. Pocket temporarily picked. He'll get it to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft driving in. He'll take a 12-foot jump shot now. Nothing going. Tucker Wiles with the rebound. Outlet Brady Uppana. Hillsboro down by 19, their biggest deficit of the night. With just over 4.5 to play. Brady Uppana, Carter Uppana, Gabe Keenan up and in. That's a 21-point, the biggest deficit for Hillsboro tonight. Gabe Keenan with 12 points. And Tyler Ravenscroft. To Russell Jackson, to Isaiah Stokes. And Stokes will throw the ball out of bounds. And Ben Copeman will enter the game. So Hillsboro down by 21 with just over 4 minutes to play. And don't like to see that, but Brady up and limping hard off the floor with a taped up knee. And we wish him the best because this Royal team's going to be moving on, representing the Scenic Bluffs, and we want them to do the best they can to represent the Bluffs, and they need up and up. And they find Tucker Wiles wide open underneath. He's got 16 now. Hillsboro with no answers tonight. Talon Hildreth twisting, turning. He'll take a shot off the glass and in. Talon now 6 points all in the second half for the Tigers. Bryce Olson up the floor to Ty Wiles. Wiles back to Olson. Olson to Wiles. Ty Wiles with the ball, and now Olson. Olson to Tucker Wiles. Tucker Wiles up and in again. No answer for Tucker Wiles. He's got 18 now on the night. Hillsboro down by 23. And Isaiah Stokes is going to drop another 3. He's got 17 on the night for the Tigers. He's at his average. Now we're going to have a foul on Stokes. Going to send Gabe Keenan to the line to shoot free throws, I believe. He'll be shooting a bonus situation. 3rd personal foul on Isaiah, 8th team foul on the Tigers. Gabe Keenan to the line to shoot free throws for Royall. Keenan's a 54% free throw shooter on the year. His first one goes off, rebound Isaiah Stokes. Stokes will bring the ball quickly up the floor for the Tigers. Stokes coast to coast and up the left side. Stokes now with 19 points. And it's Carter up and get the ball to Bryce Olson. Olson working the ball. And they're trying to foul Olson. They won't call it. Keenan to Wiles. Tucker Wiles underneath. He'll skip it across. Now back out front to Carter up and up. With 2.5 left. This one's over. Now we're going to have a foul by Ty Ravenscroft on Bryce Olson. Bryce Olson will go to the line to shoot a bonus situation free throw. Olson on the year is a 71% free throw shooter. And Brady Uppana, he wants to check back into the game, and he will. He's not limping nearly as bad as he exited, which is good news. He'll check in for Gabe Keenan. And I would have thought that with a 18-point lead, they'd leave Brady on the bench. Bryce Olson, he'll come in. He's got 11 points now. He'll line up for earns his 2nd free throw on the bonus. And Olson will make them both. He's got 12 on the night for the Panthers. And up goes Tyler Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft to Hildreth to Coatman. Coatman, a long 3, doesn't go. Rebound Ty Wiles. And now Brady up the floor, back to Ty Wiles. Wiles on the near wing, and now Brady up and to Carter up. And Hillsboro admitting defeat as they clear their benches into the game for the first time tonight and playing their last game of their high school career. Nye Schultz, Bill Steckel, Greg Hora, and Noah Burmester. They're going to join Russell Jackson as the seniors will finish out the season with just under 2 minutes to play. Carter up and all, missed his first free throw. So Nye Schultz, Noah Burmester, Greg Hora, and Bill Steckel will check into the game to join Russell Jackson as the 5 seniors will finish the season for the Tigers, playing their last game in a Hillsboro uniform. With a minute 55 left, down by 20, and Carter up and will miss that free throw. Rebound Noah Burmester. Burmester will bring the ball down the floor and work the ball free throw line in the lane, and Noah Burmester will drop one home. Noah Burmester now 8 points on the night for the Tigers. And Brady Uppana will bring the ball up the floor. And Carter Uppana, back to Brady Uppana. And now Bryce Olson. Olson back to Brady Uppana, Tucker Wiles, Gabe Keenan, and we're going to have a timeout called by the Royal bench to get their substitutions into the game. We're going to have some guys coming in, move for Royal after the timeout. 1:23 left. Royal leading by 18, 63-45. Royal's going to move on to play the Wazeeka-Steuben Hornets tomorrow afternoon, 5 p.m. in Wisconsin Dells. So Hillsboro with their 5 seniors on the floor after the timeout. Hora, Schultz, Steckel, Jackson, and Burmester. Royal with new blood on the floor. Landon Lipke is on the floor. I believe Jacob Dragon's on the floor. Jacob Sizik. Ben Cernicki. And Carter Olson on the floor for Royal. Cernicki with the ball. Cernicki to Lipke. Back to Dragon to Cernicki. Cernicki to Sizik to Lipke. We find Dragon underneath. He kicks it out to Cernicki. Back out front to Lipke. Lipke, Sizik with the ball on the near wing. And Royal, with 45 seconds left, just killing the clock. They'll find Jacob Dragon underneath. Steckel with the rebound, and Steckel will bring the ball up the floor for the Tigers. They get it to Burmester on the far wing. Burmester with the ball. He worked the ball around Jackson to Steckel. Steckel working the ball back to Jackson. Ball stolen by Lipke. And Lipke's going to dump the ball to Jacob Sizik, or rather it's Ben Cernicki. And to Lipke. And a timeout for Royal as they will substitute the rest of their bench into the game. Seth Brando will be coming into inbound. Number 50 is Cole Eberhardt into the game. 20, Trey Wiles into the game. 54 is Dylan Velazquez. Now Brando with the ball. He'll go to Mullenkamp. Back to Velazquez, and time will expire. Royal will move on. They are the winners, 63-45. Congratulations to the Hillsboro Tigers as they will end their season with 21 wins and 7 losses. The Royal Panthers will move on with 21 wins and 7 losses. They will play the Wazeeka-Steuben Hornets tomorrow night in Wisconsin Dells. Wazeeka-Steuben won earlier tonight over Potosi, 84-54. Unofficial scoring for your Hillsboro Tigers, they were led by Isaiah Stokes, 19 points. Noel Burmester added 8. Talon Hildreth with 6. Miles Ravenscroft 4. Parker Sculla with 4. Ben Copeman with 2. And Russell Jackson with 2 for a total of 45 points. Royal was led by Tucker Wiles, 18. Bryce Olson, 12. Gabe Keenan with 12. Ty Wiles, or rather Brady Uppana had 8. Ty Wiles, 7. Carter Uppana, 4. And Jacob Dragon with 2 for a total of 63. So that'll end my broadcast for the year. Congratulations to the Hillsboro Tigers. A very fine season with a regional championship. And very, very fine season had by the Hillsboro Tigers. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Royal Panthers moving on to the sectional final. 1 win away from a state appearance. Cheering for the Scenic Bluffs in that one. For Jill Steckel, myself, Thank you for tuning in, and see you next year.